it's Sam. I have been getting a ton of questions from you guys about VidCon, and I thought I'd do a little Q&A video and explain to you everything that happened. Tori wants to know what YouTubers did I meet, and I have a list on my phone because I really don't want to forget anyone. And most of these people I met just walking around or by luck. Coffee Days, That's So Jack, Ben J. Pierce, Jack Dodge, Andrew Lau, Kian Lawley, Tyler Oakley, Ricky Dillon, Mike Patera, Zoella, Joe Sugg, Marcus Butler, Tanya Bird, Jim Chapman, JC Kalen, Leah Marie Johnson, Rebecca Black, Lo Anthony, Sawyer Hartman, John Cozart, Hannah Hart, Connor Franta, Grace Helbig, and Troy Sivan. Emily wants to know how long did I get to talk to each of the YouTubers. I got anywhere between like 20 or 30 seconds when it came to meet and greets. They had to get through people really quickly. They tried to get through 250 people every hour was their goal, depending on how long the signing was. Tori wants to know how did you make friends at VidCon, and I actually made a bunch of friends on Twitter and Tumblr and Instagram before VidCon, so I had a group of friends that I knew. And then in line, you just start talking to people. I brought card games, things like that, and ended up making a ton of friends. Carson wants to know how much did I pay to get into VidCon. The price of the tickets depends on how early you buy them. I think the starting price is $100 and then it's $125 and then $150, but I'm not sure. Kay wants to know, what did you do while you were waiting in line? I mainly just talked to people, looked at my phone, even though there was no service, no Wi-Fi. Do not expect to get Wi-Fi if you go, because it's really bad. I ended up bringing Cards Against Humanity because it is an awesome game. They also had other cards that they gave us in our backpack, and I don't know, I ended up just talking to people most of the time. Alicia wants to know how long was the wait, and the wait depended. And the first day it was insane because they did not expect so many people to want to get in line for signings, so it was insanity. So I'm gonna tell you about the days it was organized. Most organized day was the last day, Saturday, and if you wanted to get into a morning signing, which most morning signings started at 10, you could get to the convention center and get in line outside of the convention center at 6 a.m. but most people got there at like 5, and then they waited until 10 when the signing started. But if you wanted to get into an afternoon starting, you could line up at 9 when the expo hall opened, but there was only one way to get into the expo hall, so you had to line up for the expo hall super early as well. Since I wanted to get into an afternoon signing, I got there around 6 a.m. and waited for Troy signing until 3. Jade wants to know how nice is Connor Franta, and he is so sweet. I only got like 20 or 30 seconds with him, but he seemed like a really nice guy. Lara wants to know how did I feel when they saw my artwork. There is a picture of me when Tyler said he recognized my work from Instagram, and I'm just like, I freaked out, and I can't believe that a lot of them have seen it before, and it's crazy. Jacob Vogesides wants to know who was I most excited to meet. My top 3 people were Troy, Tyler, and Connor, and I was lucky enough to meet them all. Tristan wants to know, was it hard to balance the schedules of who you wanted to meet? It was hard, but I ended up not having too much trouble since I knew that I wouldn't be able to go to more than one from the beginning. The only thing that I wish I had done more of is go to the panels because they were really interesting, especially because I want to be in the industry. So if you go next year and you want to get into YouTube, I think that it's more worth it to go to the panels than the signings, but that's just my opinion. Mackenzie wants to know who I waited in line the longest for, and that was Troy. I would have had to wait around the same amount of time if I had gone to Tyler's meetup on Friday, but because I got into the surprise signing on Thursday and I didn't have to wait at all for that, basically, I only waited for Troy for 11 hours, I think it was. Mira wants to know, was meeting me the best part of VidCon? Mira was one of my VidCon friends, and I waited in line for Troy with her all day, and we took lots of vlogs together that I'm not even gonna use, so I don't know. Hi Mira. Tristan wants to know, did anyone come up and recognize you? A lot of you guys actually came up to me. I had to sign some autographs, which was new for me, but really nice. I loved getting to talk to you guys, and I'm sorry if I was quick and in a rush because VidCon was crazy with all the schedules and everything going on, but I loved getting to talk to you all. Jenna wants to know, what was the best part about meeting all of the YouTubers at VidCon, and did they have a bunch of different personalities? Most of them were really sweet. I mean, Tyler, of course, was adorable and outgoing in himself. Everyone seemed to be exactly like they were in their videos, but I didn't have anyone act different or any surprising personalities. The best part about meeting them was probably actually seeing them in person and seeing that they're a human being. Lucy wants to know, how crazy was VidCon? It was insane. Mackenzie wants to know, did your phone ever die while you were waiting in line? A lot of people actually charged their phones while they were in line because once you were in the signing hall, a lot of security guards were kind of lenient. You were allowed to go to the bathroom, and if there were outlets on the wall, you could get out of line for a minute to charge your phones because you didn't really move for hours upon hours. But I brought portable chargers. I have a lot of them, so my phone never really died. But if you go, make sure you bring your charger with you every single day because it is very important. Matt wants to know, how does it feel to be in Tanya's video? It's awesome. I love the fact that I was in Tanya's vlog, and I knew I was going to be in it because she was taping it and she said that we were going to be in it. So that was really, really great, and it was awesome getting to meet her. Gabby wants to know, were you nervous to meet the YouTubers? Yes. I was freaking out while I was waiting to meet Tyler, especially because I wasn't necessarily prepared. It was kind of like a surprise, and I was just freaking out. Francis says, if you could relive any moment from VidCon, what would it be? It would probably be getting to meet Troy, just because he was mainly the reason I went. I really wanted to meet him, and I just wish I could meet him again. Anna wants to know, was it stressful? It was stressful sometimes when there was a lot of security around, or you didn't really know what was going on because you wanted to meet people and you wanted to get to where you were going, but sometimes because there were so many people, it was hard to get there. Riley wants to know, how long do you think you spent in line? I probably spent like 15 or 20 hours in line over the weekend, but I think it was worth it just because I got to meet a lot of YouTubers. Beth wants to know what the best part about VidCon was. I think the coolest experience is probably being able to be in some of the vlogs. I was in Ricky's vlog, I was in Tanya's vlog, and I was in Fun for Louie's vlog. And it was really cool because, I don't know, it's weird getting to see yourself in these videos that you watch every week. The other best part was probably getting to meet people that were a lot like me, people who love YouTube as much as I do. Lisa Cliffy wants to know, what is your advice for someone who's going to VidCon next year and wants to meet their favorite YouTubers? My advice for you would be to pick one YouTuber, at least one, and have that be your top person. Don't set your expectations high. I know that's like hard to say, but I was very lucky that I got to meet everybody that I met. But don't expect it to be like that. I came not expecting even to meet Tyler, Troy, and Connor. I was just expecting to meet Troy. My other advice to you would be, if you see a YouTuber on the street or just walking around, be polite, be quiet, and don't freak out. Because if you freak out, then security gets involved, a lot of other people get involved, and it's harder for you to have one-on-one time with the YouTuber. They love you and they want to meet you, but it's harder for them if you start freaking out and screaming. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comments and I'll try to answer them. Make sure to like and subscribe. I've got lots of new stuff planned for the next couple weeks, so stay tuned. Make sure to follow all of my social media. The link is in the description, and I'll see you next week. Bye!